Okay, cool. So the idea is that we try to accompany or support your pilots with this Train the Trainer course. We had very good experiences with that when we did kind of the same thing for our DIDACT curriculum in the project. And as you have already chosen some learning units you would like to pilot, we tried to combine our Train the Trainer courses to fit as far as possible to the most the most frequent learning units you have chosen. So we're trying to combine the what is clinical reasoning learning unit with the theories and information gathering, generating differential diagnosis, decision making, and treatment planning. So these are the two main aspects you plan so far covering in your groups and in your pilots. So this is just another view of why this course. As I said, we want to support you in the integration process. I know it's not easy. It sounds easy, but it's really very tricky and difficult. And it's I think it has a steep learning curve in the beginning. It's once I think you have covered a certain you have taken a certain hurdle, it's becoming easier. But I think to get started and doing the first steps is really difficult. At least this was what we experienced, and I can say all partners in the DIDACT project experienced. So we want to enable you with this course to teach about the clinical reasoning process and the terminology of the different health professions, and also explain the importance of clinical reasoning in the different health professions to your students. And for those groups who are more into the differential diagnosis topics, we want those groups to be able to teach about information gathering, generating differential diagnosis, decision making, or treatment planning. So as you can see on the right-hand side, this is the blueprint of the learning units. And you can see that those circled Train the Trainer units, these are the twos we try to merge and combine. And we are covering the student learning units, the green ones and the yellow ones that are kind of on the same level as the Train the Trainer course. So you will, after this course, the hope is that this will help you to teach those learning units that are on the left-hand side and correspond to the Train the Trainer course. Oops. For some reason, I cannot click forward.
Okay, but it just worked. I mean, you had the first introduction slide. And
yeah.
So
no, I cannot go forward. This is weird. No.
Okay.
Sorry. So the course structure is we are having this meeting today to kind of do a little kickoff for the online phase that will also then start after the meeting today, in which you have a possibility to familiarize yourself with some more basics of the course, and you can start working in your groups on your selected learning unit. So it's an asynchronous online phase until July 5th, because on July 6th, we have then a synchronous meeting where we all meet, and where it would be great to that each group presents what they have worked in that time on their selected learning unit, discuss problems, what went well, the status quo. So you don't have to be worried. You don't have to have everything finished. And we are also aware of that all the groups are at different stages of their development. So whatever you have at that time and are able to present and get feedback from us and all other colleagues, that's totally fine. And I'm happy that we have also Gosha at this meeting with us, who can then also provide more of her expertise and the experiences from Krakow. And the idea is that after this meeting on July 6th, we would continue, you will continue working in your groups on the implementation, and depending on what your needs are and how you think you could best continue, we can adapt the process then after the meeting. That could be that we have more regular meetings, or that we have more asynchronous communication, or whatever. So the course is also meant to find out a little bit more how we can support this process and how we can make it easier for you. And we also have a certificate for course participants. So in case this is something that's helpful for you, we can issue a direct certificate. We have also developed during the project. Okay, groups and learning units. I know that several groups have already formed and that they have chosen also learning units. So from the topics I saw, we have kind of 4 learning units or themes. So we have the theme of theories of clinical reasoning, which is not a learning unit itself. It consists of several learning units like the illness script, the OPT model, the dual processing. So this is, I think, 4 or 5 learning units. We have the learning units on collect and prioritize key clinical findings. We have generating differential diagnosis, and we have developing a treatment plan. And this is what the information I think we have so far, unless there has anything changed since, I think, yesterday. But I think this is the latest information I have. So we have 5 groups have formed so far with different numbers of group members, which is totally fine. And we have each group has either 1 learning unit or severals. And we have also a couple of people who wanted to participate in the Train the Trainer course, but are not yet assigned to a group. So what would be great to do is, if you are not yet in a group, you can think about whether you want to join a group, depending on what learning unit you want to work on, what is interesting for you, or what you want to implement in the curriculum. So you can either think about joining a group, or we can, if we have more people who want to rather start a new group, we can open up also a new group number 6 with whatever topic or learning unit you choose to work on. And for the existing groups, only group 1, I think, has I see only 1 learning unit for group 1, the generating differential diagnosis. I think group 1 is set. I guess they will work on this learning unit. All other groups have a lot of different learning units they want to work on, which is, of course, great. We just think that for the first pilot and this Train the Trainer course, it would be great if each group could just decide on which learning unit they want to prioritize and start with. So just think about it. And it would be great if everyone who wants to participate in the Train the Trainer course could let me know until beginning of next week, like Tuesday or Wednesday, what they would like to do, which learning unit they would like to cover, or which group they would like to join, or found another group for themselves. I know this was a bit complex. Are there any questions to this with the groups and the learning units?
Excuse me, Inga, I have a question, and we submitted the group number 1. We submitted 2 learning units. The first one is the differential diagnosis, as you mentioned, and the second one is shared decision making in clinical reasoning. This is we submitted long time ago, actually, 2 learning units.
That's right. Yes. Thank you for mentioning that. I forgot to say that I have only put into this slide the learning units we are able to cover now with this Train the Trainer course. So for the shared decision making, this is kind of a different theme and topic. This is more in the person-centered care Train the Trainer course. So that's why I'm sorry, yes, you're right. This is, I focused now on the topics or learning units that we can cover within this Train the Trainer course. And of course, for the other topics or learning units, we can always, depending on what you want to do next, we can do another Train the Trainer course where we can cover those learning units that are not included here right now. I think that's also true for other groups, where I think we had a couple of groups who wanted to cover errors and biases. And I think there were a couple of others, but this is only the learning units we can cover within this Train the Trainer course.
Okay, thank you. And secondly, Oksana Ivkov is ready to join the group number 1. So.
Okay.
Yes, I've seen it in the chat, and I will add Oksana Ilkov to the group number 1. Yes, thank you for your comment. Yeah.
Thank you.
If anyone else already knows where he or she wants to join, I think it's a great idea to just put it in the chat. If not, just let me know later on. Any other questions?
May I ask, Inga, have I understood correctly that we have to choose only one among all these proposals to start with, yes? Up to Tuesday to inform you. Am I right?
Yes, that would be cool. It could be, I mean, it's just a prioritization. You can, of course, also work on the other learning units, but for this concrete Train the Trainer course, it would be cool if you could just decide in your group on one learning unit. Just also for the reason that during the synchronous meeting on July 6th, we would have, if we have to cover several learning units by each group, it's just, it will take too long. So one learning unit per group would be perfect. Maybe the one you are most advanced with, or where you see that you have problems. Yeah. Okay. Then I thought, as I'm pretty new in this project, and I just have met you, I think for the second time today, it would be really cool if you could think also about your expectations and needs for this Train the Trainer course, and also maybe beyond this Train the Trainer course. So what I would like to start with you right now, if you have any ideas about expectations, anything that comes to your mind immediately, from what you've done so far, you know, this is something I really need, and I need help, or I want to talk about this, then please take the next couple of minutes. We can pause a little bit and try to add whatever comes to your mind to this Padlet I've linked here, and I will post it also in the chat in a minute. We will continue working on this Padlet also during the Train the Trainer course. So whenever you think, I would need this here, but it's not there, and I could need help here, then please just use this Padlet, and we are collecting all this information, and we are trying to address everything in the Train the Trainer course, or set up another Train the Trainer course, or whatever that could help to address your expectations and needs. Okay, cool. We have a couple of expectations and needs. That's really cool. Just take your time also after this meeting. Whatever you comes up to mind, please just add it, and we can come back to that during the synchronous meeting on July 6th. Just use it continuously throughout the course whenever you have an idea. Okay, So how do we get started with the online phase? The first step is to access the direct Moodle. This is the URL. I think we can also send you an email with the slides and the most relevant links probably after this meeting. So for those of you who haven't been there, this is how the page looks like. You have the login button on the top right corner. So this is what you click first. And you also have here this other red box here, help support. So if you are not very familiar with Moodle, there's a short video on how Moodle works and how you can navigate through Moodle. Might be helpful for people who have not much experience here. So you click on login, and then it depends on either you create an account if you do not yet have one, or if you already have an account, you just log in with your credentials. I saw that a couple of people already have accessed Moodle, so you can just log in. What is important is in your profile, you will see there's a section called Other Fields. And here it's important that as a user role, you choose educator, you choose the Ukraine Healthcare Education Institutions as institution, and guided learning as self-study. I have done that for all those who have already accessed Moodle, but if you create a new account, just make those adaptations. This will adapt the Moodle to your needs and will only show within the courses what's relevant for you. You can then go to the Train the Trainer area and open the course on the Train the Trainer course on what is clinical reasoning and theories. So you see here on the right-hand side the Didactic Train the Trainer course. It's the second link from the bottom, and you just open it, and then you will see what is clinical reasoning and theories, and you can enroll yourself in the course. And if you have any questions during the online phase, you can always use there's a course forum at the top of the section. You can ask any questions or if you need help with anything, just pose a question there, and then I will answer it as soon as possible. Or maybe others in your group know the answer and can also help and answer the question. But if you're totally stuck and you don't know how to get on, then just send me an email and I hope I will be able to help you. So if you have any problems with accessing Moodle, setting up your account, finding the course, then just please send me an email. This is how you can find the course. Okay, I think that was everything I wanted to cover today. Are there any questions on how to get started, why we are doing this, or anything else you need right now to get started?